Hi everybody, I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, and on this edition of Woodsman Wednesday, we're going to look at the PCT hang for your food bag. Stick around. Maybe we'll learn something together. Anytime you're out in the woods, the last thing you want to do is leave food in your campsite. It can draw critters. That's not a good thing. It's not conducive to a good rest. Particularly if them critters could be something big like, oh, a bear? Yeah, coons and possums are one thing, bears are quite another. So in bear country, or any place with any large predator, it's a good idea to hang your food well away from camp. You want to look for a spot that is A, downwind. You want to be upwind from that food, because a bear will follow the scent of a food bag for a long way. And they're going to come from the downwind side. You don't want them to follow that scent through your camp, so you want your food to be downwind, at least 100 yards, preferably a little farther. If you're not in bear country, that's not so critical. What you want to look for is a branch that sticks out of the tree at least 25 feet up. You want a branch that high because you want your food bag to be at least 12 feet off the ground. Most bears can't stand up on their hind legs and reach that high, and you want it to be at least 4 feet out from the trunk of the tree. That way nothing can climb the tree and reach out and grab it. The first thing I do when I'm setting this up is I tie a bowline knot. And there are lots of ways you can do it, but I prefer this way. Take your rope, make a loop heading towards the rest of your rope, not the working end here. Fold that over on top, make a marlin spike. Now you can run your tag end through the marlin spike and hold on to it and then pull it taut. That's a normal bowline. I like to use a left-handed bowline or Dutch bowline or cowboy bowline. There's a lot of names for it. I go through from the near side and out, but this is just personal preference. So it looks like this. And then you simply pull the working end taut, and you have your bowline. I do this because I want a loop. Because if I happen to have a carabiner with me, which I do today, I will snap this carabiner into that loop, because I'll use this carabiner for a couple things. First off, this is kind of a heavy carabiner, so I'm going to use it as a weight to get up over the branch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Make sure there are no obstructions or snags on the cordage, and just toss it on over. Okay, so now that you have your rope over, get yourself a stick. You're going to need it. Now, snap your line. The other end of it that doesn't have the carabiner on it, put that line through the carabiner. Then put whatever you're going to hang through the carabiner, which in this case is my Lone Wolf survival kit, because normally it would be a food bag, but I didn't feel like bringing my food bag out. Now you want to pull the object you're going to hang all the way up to the top, as high as you can get it, all the way up. Now you want to reach up as high as you can reach. Take your stick and use it as a toggle. So you're going to want to either do a clove hitch or a marlin spike hitch. I like to do a marlin spike hitch because it's easier. So I just take a loop in the line, fold it up towards the food bag, and create a loop. Take my toggle and put through it, pull it tight. Then I just let it go. So what that does is put that toggle in the rope through the carabiner, and it keeps the rope from going up through the carabiner. The advantage to this is that in a lot of areas, if you tie something to a tree, bears are hip to that. If all you do is fling it over the branch and tie it off to a tree, bears are hip to that. They'll break this line because they know that breaking the line equals food. Well, in this, all they can do is pull the food away from them, unless they're lucky enough to undo the toggle. So as you can see, I've used a marlin spike hitch here. And again, that keeps the bag hanging there up off the ground and out from the tree. But you can use a clove hitch if you want. Matter of fact, if I were in bear country, I probably would use a clove hitch just because it's a little bit more secure than the marlin spike. To do the clove hitch, you reach up as high as you can. You make one overhand loop. You make another loop. Put the second loop behind the first loop. Then put your toggle through. And you've got a clove hitch. You can check out this video if you want to see a little bit more clear video on how to tie it. This is what the clove hitch looks like tied in it. And again, it acts as a toggle and keeps the rope from going up through the carabiner. When you want to get your food bag down, all you do is undo the knot and take the toggle out. Once you have the toggle out, you just let the food bag slide right back down to you. You can see what I mean by running the cord through the carabiner. But what if you don't have a carabiner, you ask? Well, that's pretty simple to deal with. Just take your food bag, unsnap it, put it through the bowline knot that you tied, put it through the loop in the bowline, voila. Okay, now you take that cordage, the other end of your line, and you do the same thing. You just snap it through your food bag. This is another thing that people can do if they don't want to carry the weight of a carabiner, is they just put it right through here, as you can see. Then you pull it up and hang it, and I'll show you what that looks like. And that's what it looks like without the beaner. The toggle still does the same thing. It keeps the line from going through the loop in the bag. So I'm Mike, this is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, and that was my Woodsman Wednesday look at how to do the PCT, or Pacific Crest Trail, hang for your food bag. If you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe. Consider becoming a patron on my Patreon account, or a member on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that join button below. Every little bit helps me bring content like this to you. And as always, come on back. Maybe we'll learn something together on next week's Woodsman Wednesday.